I want to check if I'm able to generate a whole Dork Boy episode almost in a single click. So what I have here is HiDream 01. In the first part of the workflow, I have 8 reference images. Of course, Dork Boy, the wizard, um, my handcrafted zombie character, as well as some AI generated zombie characters for episode 6. The happy ghost and sad ghost. Actually, those were wrong. That's a good thing that I actually caught that. So where's the right one? That's weird, yo. So here it displays the correct ghost. Ah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's supposed to be one that's happy and one that's sad. That's really important. If not, the whole story pretty much breaks. So I have 3 reference images for the graveyard, being like in a thunder, lightning storm, rain for this segment. So HiDream 01 only does high resolution, and LTX doesn't take that. So this is where we do a opposite upscaler. That is, we downscale it by 50%. Plug that into Flux. So this is the latent going into Flux. This load image thing we're getting rid of. It has one prompt: remove mist, enhance photorealistic details and quality. This works. This works like a charm, man. Actually, I wanted to do 2 Flux 2 Klein. This is using the 4B model, by the way. The reason why I thought of doing 2 is because this thing can also enhance style, so I could enhance the puppet film style by doing 2, but I don't want to risk it. So if you have a simple prompt like this with Flux 2 Klein 4B, it will not change the actual images, it will only do this: enhance photorealistic details and quality. If I start adding shit like 1980s puppet film, then it will start changing the images, and I don't want that. A standard negative prompt, whatever. And finally, it all goes into LTX. I'm using the distilled model. This is doing the RuneX workflow. Now, how I'm generating all the videos is I have my own prompt loader that can take many prompts. So here I have 18 image prompts for my new video running through HiDream 01. Notice that I'm not doing that with Flux 2 Klein. It only has one prompt, which is remove mist, enhance photorealistic details and quality. And I have 18 video prompts, so that I get all the dialogue and all of that stuff in there. This I made with, of course, Claude. Claude is the AI that is best at like complex stuff, in my opinion. I prefer it over all the others. It is like the best AI, in my opinion. So, I also have a numbered video saver. This is also one of my custom nodes. This lets me just save all my videos to a predefined folder in numbered order. So all of them go into a single folder. Let's just fix this straight away here. Here we have episode 6, the images. I can make a video folder, just call it vids. And all the videos I'll generate will be living inside of this folder. And I'll call all of them episode 6. Small little thing, but I don't like digging through the output folder in Comfy UI. That thing gets so damn crowded that I just wanted my own node. I still have the video combined, and that's just so that I can preview stuff inside of here. Yeah, and I also did a save images folder. Notice I did not do that for HiDream 01 because I don't really like the images it makes. I think it's a little bit too misty because they dropped the VAE, and yeah, I don't really like how they look. But Flux does a very good job, so I want them saved into a separate folder. I'll be sharing all of these nodes at some point. So the whole point here is I can click generate once. It will do all the images and all the videos. And I can just go walk my dog and come home to a finished video. Of course, I will need to do like the character voices. I'm not using ID Laura here because I prefer to just run everything through Chatterbox later on. Um, that's just how I like to do things. But I mean, I could do the ID Laura thing. Maybe I'll do that at some point in the future, though. So this is just like one click, whole episode ready. Great way to use HiDream 01 is just to combine it with Flux 2 Klein. I haven't seen all that many people do this. Like, I have seen people combine it with Z image. The problem for me with combining this with Z image is that the images change too much. Even when you have a very low denoising strength, they change way too much. While if you use Flux to Klein, it only changes what you tell it to change. So if I say remove the mist, like this misty quality that you get because there's no VAE in HiDream 01, then it only does that. It only removes the mist. It doesn't do anything else with the image. Enhance photorealistic details and quality. That's it. It's the only thing it does. This is what sets the 4B model apart from the 9B model. The 9B model has too many of its own ideas. You tell it to do one thing, and then it all of a sudden invents the whole wheel all over again. 4B, I guess it's because it's so small, they were afraid that it would produce horrible results. So because of that, it follows prompts very strictly. That's what I love about this thing. So if I do a style transfer, it also then follows my prompts extremely strictly. I love that about the 4B. And another great thing about the 4 billion parameter model for Flux 2 Klein is it's Apache 2.0, so you can do whatever the fuck you want with the images. Yeah, so we'll have to see how this goes. Maybe I went a little bit too far putting in 8 reference images. Like, that is really pushing this thing, but it can take 10. That's the thing about HiDream. Sure, it's been a controversial model, and a lot of people didn't like it all that much because of the image quality, but it is one hell of an image editor. It can take 8 references, and actually all the way up to 10. But I'm not sure if it can take this many characters, individual characters, as references. That's a totally different thing altogether. So we'll be testing and just seeing what happens here. So in each prompt, I only mention the characters I actually want. Um, So in theory, it shouldn't be a problem. So when we talk about a decaying green skin latex puppet, hopefully it recognizes that this is the decaying green skinned latex puppet. But we never know. Like we'll just have to try here. Yeah. So that's it, folks. Um, like, comment, subscribe, and follow for more Dork Boy. The episodes will be coming out again now.